as we begin this final hour. So how do you see things here?
Okay, but the market is fighting back. Why? Because there's a mega cap put underneath the market. It's the mega caps once again. So initially it was Microsoft, it was Nvidia, it was Apple, it was Meta. Well, guess what? Now Amazon's joining the party. Amazon's at its highest level since September of 2022.
Because they just announced an AI play today that they're going all in on. That stock you just saw, 3.5%. So,
which is a catalyst in the early innings in 2023. So if the bulls are going to be defeated, and they're in control right now, if the bulls are going to be defeated, you have to tell me how is it exactly you're going to break the fever that currently exists in mega cap equities, because every day it's saving the tape. Look at S&P equal weighted today. S&P equal weighted is underperforming the S&P by 50 basis points. That's something that just continues to act in continuance. So the script is in place. I've said I think Q3 could be a flat to negative quarter. But on the other side of that, you have the mega cap put that's in place, and that's going to lead markets to resume the overall positive trend of 23.
But see, the only way that the bulls can stay in control, some would suggest, is for the once lagging sectors to continue to do well.
I disagree with that.
Industrial. Well, how otherwise can the bulls stay in control? So everything else can lag, and tech is going to just carry the day until it doesn't?
Because you continue to see multiple expansion in mega cap equities.
But how long can that last?
I understand. Listen, logically, you would say to yourself, not much longer. But how high is high and how low is low? That's a question that you never want to ask yourself when you're trading or investing.
So Fed is still hawkish, whether it's the chair himself, Bowman, or Waller overnight was obviously hawkish. Econ's a little dicey, right? We think it's going to weaken more. Valuations are kind of rich, right? So are the bulls really able to stay in control in the face of all of that? Now, they have been, but for how long?
They're in control because of the predominance of mega cap equities. That's why they're in control. You're mentioning the Federal Reserve. It's not just the Federal Reserve. It's the Bank of England with a surprise hike. You talk about an economy.
A surprise of 50.
Again, the premise that the economy, we're going to have a soft landing and the economy is actually resilient and the economy is accelerating. How could anyone say that if you look at a 2 versus a 10-year and the deep inversion, not only here in the United States, look overseas. Look at Germany. Germany's 2 versus 10, deepest inversion since 1992. That's not a sign of growth in the economy.
But you say none of it matters as long as mega cap tech has a bid.
Because it's the only place you can find growth. It's the only place that you can find within earnings the consistency of double-digit earnings and revenue growth.
Yeah, but what happens if in this, so we're right on the edge of the second half of the year, okay? Now, we've been a lot stronger for a lot longer than I think a lot of people thought we'd be by this point. You'd agree with that, whether it's the consumer, 100%. The economy at large, and for that matter, the market.
Correct.
The thought, though, is that once you turn the page into the second half, the rubber starts to hit the road of all the Fed has done, that jobless claims today, remain elevated, that the employment picture is going to get worse, that the consumer's finally going to get tapped out at some point and spending, as much as they could possibly bear to keep up with inflation, want to have summer travel, that's kept airfares up. But at some point, that's going to run out.
Okay.
No?
No. I see the economy continuing to weaken. The price you pay to combat inflation is an economic contraction. I see through the second half of the year that we will have the Federal Reserve making the mistake of raising once, probably twice. And then if they raise twice, they're going to probably at some point in the near future have to take back those hikes. That does not mean that you wash away with an eraser the positive catalyst that is generative AI.
So